What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another live stream. We're back here on No Man's Land. We're digging a river. We got the whole river. It's been dug all the way through. We'll kind of go through that throughout the stream tonight. It goes all the way down, almost back to the main store. We kind of drive by here. Excuse me. Hey, a little deer running through. But pretty much I paint the area all the way through, kind of marking out where I want it to go. Right now we're kind of working on this little embankment here that's going to kind of go from the tree line, kind of like have a nice little slope down into the water. We'll probably be digging it back to maybe about here, so it's going to take a couple passes here to get down to the depth. We do have like quite a bit of like overburden on top to remove as we make this little curve around here, especially as we get a little bit past it here. It looks like it goes up maybe another few feet higher or something going through here and around the bend. What's up, Watchdog buddy? How you doing? But the truck is full now. I was going to clear some of this gravel out, and the truck is already filled up, so I'm just going to go ahead and go take this and sell it real quick. That's how we're getting all the money on this, all the money that we've ever had, which it doesn't look like a lot, but even all the land we bought, the equipment that we bought, everything that we have got so far, everything that we bought so far, or even done, or placed, or any of that kind of stuff. Actually, we'll go, I guess I can't really go that way anymore. We'll have to go our route. What up, Timbo? You say, hey, I've seen this project someplace else. Yeah, sort of like this. We'll look even the equipment and stuff too, right? Looks familiar. But last time we were working on this little area here, that I still have to smooth that out, but it goes across this bridge now, which you can also drive under the bridge. It goes across like that. I know some of you guys have watched me do all this, but you know the river goes all the way down and through, so we'll kind of go around. And, but the idea was to go through here, and you know I'm pretty much building this map. I'm not building it with like towns and those bugs are freaking loud. I turned down that volume. The insects are screaming at me here. Speed of my joystick, yeah. Sometimes I get that. Yeah, I just want to turn down the volume of the freaking bugs. They're loud, right? Environment volume, that must be it. Vehicle volume could be up a little bit. Yeah, so I have like this, you know, little beach area. So similar to what we're doing right now. Eventually it's going to look kind of like this area here. It has more like a beach area, but it's going to be a little steeper since the ground above the water table is a little bit higher up. What up, Redneck? Hey, buddy. I know Redneck's watching me do a bunch of this one. But yeah, you guys know. Most of you guys here watching right now. Did I say what's up, Tom? What's up, Tom? But most of you guys here, like Redneck, Watchdog, Timbo, you guys have probably all seen this this map here multiple times. But it's going to be a lot of stuff. I'm pretty much building the map, and then I'll like add, you know, eventually add fields and, you know, but like, you know, I did like this little thing. I want to make it look kind of like more like Alien Jim. I know how Alien Jim would kind of do his stuff, so this is also his placeable, his map. I have all like the placeables packs of everything, but I tried to make it look like a thing, you know. If I had the palm trees in here, because Alien Jim on 19 had palm trees, I would totally make like a beach, you know, type of thing, because that's something Alien Jim would do. He'd have like a random beach somewhere and look all tropical and stuff. It's kind of tight. But yeah, like if we go this way, there's another bridge area, so I pretty much dug all the river out, you guys know, and did all the rocks and trees and bridges, all the stuff. You know how No Man's Land looks normally. If you just come on here and just see like the area I built, you wouldn't know what map it was. Really, it doesn't matter what map it is. Like that's what's cool about No Man's Land, because it's like a blank slate. You can kind of build it to however you want it, you know. But my plan on here was always to like build the river through the map, so I'm pretty much building the map, the land first, and then eventually I'll add like neighborhoods, houses, you know, and you know, productions and all the stuff like that, like a little town and everything. That was always my plan for this one. But we have been selling all of our stones. I think it's also on, is it on Hard Economy? Let's see, I forget if I had it on Hard Economy. Oh, Normal Economy. You know, normally I do Normal Economy. Yeah. Sometimes I put it on Hard Economy just to make it not so cheaty. But like every load I think we do here, get like 50 grand or something for every million liters. There's a million there, by the way. Something else I thought about doing on this one too is they have really cool gold production on here. I'm not sure if you guys ever watched any of my gold production videos back in the day or streams, but I was pretty much digging the stones. How much should we get? Like 85 grand is what we got for that. That's pretty good just for some stones. And I sell my wood right here at Ghost's mobile sawmill, this little sawmill right here, or like a table saw. It's a sell point, so I can sell my wood right there. What's up, J Meister, buddy? How you doing? Doc, on this map also, if you ever want to goof around, I'm not sure if you know, but Doc's probably not even here. He's still streaming. Anybody who does play this, I'll show Doc later if he joins us. By cutting these down, like this one removes all the trees, and then this one here removes all the big rocks from the map. Cut those with the chainsaw, removes everything. Which that's what I had to do when I turned the entire No Man's Land map into a field. I did the whole entire map on Night Team. On console, from edge to edge to edge to edge. On console, on the PS4, I made the entire map into one big soybean field, and we harvested a lot of it. We harvested a whole bunch. Yeah, going through, I also have like like trails and stuff around, and but I like a roadway that goes kind of out around this way, which will get all like decorated later on. Little playground and such right there going on. But I'll just be like adding different stuff around the map. There's all kinds of different placeables. You can make little areas and do all kinds of fun stuff. And I will go back through this way because I want to get on the other side of that. There's rocks there. I like that. I made it so you can go underneath that still. You can't really get like a big machine like this under there, but you can get pretty much anything else like the truck or anything to go underneath that. So that'll be a roadway. I do have to smooth this out a bit more right here. As I get through here, it'd be pretty fun. Not a whole lot. Heck yeah. Oh, you said you won. That's funny. I didn't know you were going to guess. I didn't even notice that, Timbo. Yes, you're a winner in my book, buddy. Yeah, we'll work on at least getting like the gravel moved out like by the 750. It's kind of 750 is kind of buried over there. It's not buried, but I ran out of room to dump on this side. We'll go ahead and do our somebody count. Let's count how many scoops I do here. it's like 42 scoops to get this thing filled, but it goes pretty quick. Mark it. You're already winning. You're already winning, Timbo. You're in the lead with 4, I think. I'm pretty sure you have the lead. That's funny though. Let's fire this back up. Yeah, we're just gonna be working on clearing out this whole area on this side. I suppose I could have backed up just a little bit more. I think I will real quick. Just gotta line up the trailer with how you're looking. You lay it right down in there. It's my favorite. You said Doc buried a 750? No, look at my 750. It ain't buried at all. Right there. I don't like when the gravel goes under my tracks because it starts to act stupid, so you know me. I pile it up. Doc was doing good though. No complaints on the way he operates at all. I like it. It's like he's like the only other person I know that does forestry like I do and digs like I do. But like, you know, in real life, Doc has me beat on all this stuff. You know, I'm a fast learner. I'll learn how to operate something. It doesn't take me very long to learn a thing. But like in real life stuff, Doc would run circles around me, you know? But it doesn't take me very long to learn stuff. But like, you know, in the game, I have a lot more experience operating in the game. That's the only way I could kind of even keep up with Doc. Give him another year on the game, he'll be crushing. But like him and I teamed up together, like we're kind of unstoppable when it comes to forestry and moving dirt. Yeah, I love digging. Even like watching Doc, he's rusty yet. He hasn't even done it for a while either, but yeah, I've done thousands of scoops. Thousands. Like I love it. I'll sit here and do scoops all day. Maybe not all day, but all stream. 2-3 hours per day. And this is a 23,000 liter scoop too, so it has a nice little scoop to it there. Hey, what up, Matthew? How you doing, buddy? You guys keeping track of how many scoops I did already? No, it's just whatever. Let's see how. Let me see what this is with the. It's 23,000. So what's a million divided by 23,000? Give or take a little percent or two every once in a while. I might get like a 99% full bucket or something. Two scoops. No, for a million. Got your 2 scoops. That reminds me of Spartacus, right? Do you ever watch him, Watchdog? Plays COD, but man, his stream is good. Like the way he does his live stream is pretty tight. He's pretty legit. You're helping your friend with the baby? That's good. I'm glad you're doing well though, buddy. No, not how much weight. How many scoops? What is 1 million divided by 23,000? It's like 42 or something like that. All of them. Per bucket? No, not per bucket. I get, per bucket's 23,000. So whatever, I can do the math faster than you guys can. It's like it's like, because I'm only 23, so if it was 25, you know, every 100,000 liters, let's see, every 10 scoops is a 250,000, right? Less than that. Every 10 scoops is 230,000. So it would take about 11. It would take about 44 scoops. I'll need to ask Chat GPT about that. Do math the old school way in my head while scooping gravel. Yeah, it's about 44 scoops because every 11 would be yeah, be right about there, right? Oh, that's what it is actually, is what you said right there. Sorry, Timbo, I missed that. So it's 43. I was right, almost 44, right? Give or take a little bit. So yeah, about 44 scoops, 43 and a half scoops. It's about right. I usually have about a half a bucket or so when the truck is all the way filled. I get stuck on some gravel right there. That's what I hate, is this machine, or either one of them tracked machines. If there's one little spot of gravel like right there, I'll get stuck up on there. What's up, Captain Motorboat? How you doing, buddy? Well, that one little bit in there. Everyone saw it. Throw a little tiny bit in there, so it ends up being like, sometimes I'll put like 50 scoops. Not full scoops, but you know, it all depends. Usually it's pretty full scoop though. Yeah, that's how we got all the money. But if I do the gold production is like gold freaking bricks, like, you know, gold bullion, like the freaking Fort Knox, you know, like shiny gold bricks. It's actually one of the coolest gold productions in 22, and it's only on this map. As Alien Jim did it. You gotta do like, I think it's just water stones and methane, I think, or something like that. I'll check and we'll see. There's all kinds of different productions that are special to this map too. You do so much cool stuff with No Man's Land. That's why I wish Alien Jim would come back around and throw us another No Man's Land. Some people say it's played out, but I think it's just such a good start map. I would maybe make it a little bit different. I would change the hills, the topography of the map. I would change just to switch that up a little bit, but keep it just like the same kind of base starting map. Maybe throw some palm trees in there. You know what I mean? Oh man, I'm doing well. Just chill, doing some digging. I was on here on Twitch last night hanging out, so I wanted to get on here and do a little bit more tonight for the YouTube side. I didn't start Twitch for anybody to watching. It's just Oregon Trees. I think I was at Twitch TV at Oregon Trees or whatever, something like that. You just type in Oregon Trees and it should come up. Depending on density, 1 million liters is between 1,500 and 3,000 tons. Sounds pretty heavy. And I've done so many of those. On this river dig so far, I've done, you know, I just filled up the truck today. But before the stream started, I got on here and filled up the truck once already. This will be like my second scooping, and I already did some digging over there with the 750 too. So I've already done, after this, I've done well over 100 scoops already tonight without even thinking about it. So is there anything to the myth that anything over a D cup you risk a sprained tongue, Captain? He's asking Captain Motorboat. I don't know. I've heard, but I've also had lots of practice too, so I haven't seen it for myself. OT must be reading, yep. Yeah, do you risk it? Of course you would. You haven't had that happen yet, that's fine. Well, you better keep trying. There's only one way to find out, right? If that can happen or not. You just gotta keep on trying. Must be a skill issue. Said it's more practice, I guess, then, right? I just think it's, yeah, definitely more practice, or at least more doing. Maybe you don't even need practice, right? You just gotta do it more to get good test results. Trailer's almost full. I just wanted to clear out that area by the 750. Did I even do that? Did I clear all the over there? Probably not. No, why would I do that? I bet that thing only takes like one more scoop. It is getting full though, it's almost topped off. Want to make some room so I get back to digging this out. But I am going to have to dig like this whole area right here. Where all this real gravel's sitting right now. Like sometimes I'll just use the painting tool to clean up the small bits too. I'll just get like most of it out, you know. To fit a little bit more. Yeah, I will just like clean up the rest of that. It should be fine. Oh, looks like we get some more. It's so close to being full though. Hey, what's up, Spartan? How's it going, buddy? Hope you had a good stream. Spartan was over getting his drive on. Let's see if this fills it up. Yeah, I was working on digging out this river. Oh, surprised it's still taking more. That's good though. I wanted to get this cleared up. Turn myself around. Oop. Go end up driving right in the drink. That wouldn't be too good. Oh, were you over there a Spartan stream earlier, Captain Motorboat? Actually, that's where you came from, right? Well, you came from Spartans last time. Pretty sure. Spartan helped your boy out with the raid. That was tight. Appreciate that. I'll just leave this right here for a sec. And we'll go ahead and run this in. Then we'll come back and start digging. Tight, Watchdog. So here's my Twitch channel. I'll be on there every once in a while. Just kind of getting it going, just started. There's no content over there right now. I just did a couple of streams that, you know, didn't save. But it's fun to kind of not worry about so much, have good music and stuff over there, and don't have to watch what we say as much and stuff. And I'll probably be doing a lot of my random games, my other in-between games over there as well. But yeah, check that out if you guys want to. You guys will, you know, if you follow and the notifications are on, then you'll know when I go live. I'll let you know on the YouTube side of things as well. What's up, Matsy? How you doing, buddy? No, I didn't see my mess yet. I didn't. I got home. I worked almost 12-hour day today. I got home and just jumped on here for a bit just to kind of relax. Because when I go on there, I want to record it and stuff and do all that. So I wasn't ready to do all that right now. Hopefully it's not too much of a mess, because that will not be the most fun. But I did watch like the end of 4B's stream when all that was going on, and it probably isn't as bad as they were making it, you know, seem. I kind of watched his stream, but I didn't see it yet either. Sometimes he just messes with me and makes me think it's bad, or something happened or something, and it didn't really. Oh, nice. You followed over there on Twitch there, Captain Motorboat. Appreciate the follow, buddy. Charter's loud, yeah. So almost 86,000 bucks for some stuff. Oh, your video's gonna drop tomorrow. Okay. I guess I'll see some of that, right? If I see that first. Yeah, Matsy also had a video come out today too. If you guys missed that, make sure you guys go check out Matsy's videos. I'm looking forward to tomorrow though. We gotta figure out what time start time. I've been so busy at work. I might be a little late tomorrow. We'll work on that Las Vegas job. I'm not going to Vegas, so I'll be around all weekend besides having to work the weekend still. And Sunday being Easter, I'm not sure what's all going on that day yet for me. Yeah, I'll just park this right here for now. And let's do some digging. Yeah, sometimes I just like to come on this map just to kind of... This is my relax and chill map that's been working on making this thing. Have you ever seen this map, Matsy? Have you ever seen me work on this one? Because this is me making the map right here. I don't make it on like, you know, Giants Editor or any of that kind of stuff. It's not a real map, you know, but it's It's been a pretty cool build. I can just kind of fly over in this mode even. Like, you know, this is all no man's land, obviously, but I started working on doing the river here, dug it all out and stuff. You're gonna take off Easter? Okay, okay. Family time is good for sure. Hey, you saw him and Furby blowing snow today. Lots of snow, I know for sure. So much snow on that map. But yeah, I kind of just had the river going through, you know, all the stuff around, and kind of dug it all out and then landscaped it, and kind of made it look like, you know, the way the water is and stuff, and playground and such, and bridges. I pretty much like painted out the ground like this. Eventually, there's going to be another bridge going across right here. It'll look just like this one here, pretty much. But the thing just kind of goes all the way up and through, and it'll just be kind of going up and through this way. And I dug all this out too. This is deep too, getting way down here, that far below the water. You know, there's a lot of material to remove to get through here. But bridge goes across. Now we're working our way back and digging out this kind of embankment to make it kind of a turn and go along here. It kind of gets a little bit deeper here in the thing, but more or less it'll kind of turn and go like through the map this way probably. And I might like end it with something up here, then make it go like back around like the other way of the map. Be kind of cool. Yeah, I just smoothed out the ground to get rid of like the other little gravel bits and stuff, and we'll start digging this part out again. Yeah, I've done so much digging. It's like one of my favorite things to do in this game. But yeah, right now what I have to do before I dig out what I'm sitting on, I have to like reach out and kind of grade this area down so I can get down to that water. I can only reach so far out, like right now, like reaching all the way to like up here. This is about, I could probably get into that a little bit, but that's about my max scoop. I just want to make sure I, you know, keep that same grade coming down, like even like right here, just kind of a little more, kind of scooping this down. I didn't mean to grab that gravel like that. I should do this on FS25 and you'll make it into PC. Oh yeah, that'd be tight. But I can't do Terraform yet. Oh yeah, fly fishing stream. Yeah, that's funny because some of those areas where it kind of goes gravelly around that little area, that's kind of what I base it on. Just like the rivers, I kind of grew up like fishing and stuff. I was thinking like a drift fishing stream, fly fishing too though. It's like the water's all pretty calm for that and stuff. I wish I was able to make like more current and stuff on here. I guess I could still make it Matsy. I don't have to dig it out. I could terraform it, you know. I like the digging process though, because I've moved all the dirt. Like I'll go back in and smooth stuff out and add stuff, you know, terraform it a little bit, but almost everything I've done on this whole thing has been all just digging. Even right now, I kind of dug out that bank over there. It's a little how I want, so I'm gonna scoot over here and start digging this whole edge out here on this side now, because I want to widen it as it comes around this curve. So I gotta dig this whole ledge out here. Yeah, it's doing construction mode. Yeah, okay. What map should I start with though? What's a good starting map to, since they don't have this in 25, like No Man's Land? What would be a good base map that I could run a river through to start? Something that has little hills where I could do like that bridge going through out there and stuff like that, you know. I'm not sure if you were here earlier when I was talking about this map, but my idea of this one was to like, a lot of people do like a map build. They go in there and they like build the farm, put all the stuff down, stuff like that. But my idea for this one was actually like a actual map build. Like right now I'm building I'm building the land, I'm building the ground first, you know, start from the ground and work your way up. So I wanted to add some water features to start, and I'm like, you know, let's just do a river. So I was like, all right, we're gonna dig a river all the way through the map. That was like my idea. And then I was gonna start adding stuff in as I went and start, you know, like I'll do a flyover real quick. It's easier to show you that kind of stuff in there. So yeah, over here, yeah, because this area it's not as far from done. I started adding rock and stuff, but all this to be all decorated through here. But you can drive under the bridge. You go through the forest. But I've removed all the trees, you know. Of course, I do all the cutting trees and stuff. It's everything that's been removed, I've done by hand. But yeah, stuff like this, like really like Alien Gym, like, you know, it was gonna be my tribute to Alien Gym. That's what I was saying earlier. I just wanted to add some palm trees somewhere, like spectacle, you know. But any like the landscaping, the trees and stuff. This tree was probably already here, maybe. I don't think I put that one in there. But yeah, you know, any of the other trees and stuff, I added all that stuff in bridges, and I like the way you could kind of go through here. Looks cool. So like over on the far side will be just like this too. You can like go through the bridge. But yeah, the rivers are cool too. I actually kind of like the way I did these, because I don't think I meant to have the grass in here like that, but you know, the rock and stuff like that under the water, so it looked more kind of organic-y, because there's so many different like textures and stuff. But like the texture from it being like riverbed to this color gravel to this lighter gravel, like there's certain areas I try to make it look like the water was getting the gravel wet. That's just in the colors, you know. So I try to make it look like wet all the way around the edges, and all the different layers from like, you know, this color to this color to this color to this color to this color, all the way to the grass, you know. So like a lot of the areas around have a lot of layers to them, which kind of I think adds to it. But like this little beach area would be like a dope fishing spot, right? You can just sit right here and like cast your line out just right on that back edge. And like back here, I got this little like deeper area. It actually goes a lot deeper back here. Kind of like you can jump off the rocks and dive in type of thing. Little barrels out here just to add a little extra flavor to it, you know. But this whole back area may go a lot deeper down around this corner here. Yeah, little trails and different little stuff. Or like this is kind of like how once I finish like decorating like under the bridge, it'll look more like this with like the plants. Even here like the frogs and stuff over here, you know. I got the little culvert deal in there too, you know. I like decorated this area pretty good. You got the deer running through, trails and stuff, you know. So you guys know how No Man's Land looks. I put all this in so far. Like down here, the dock and all that type of stuff. Look, I think it looks pretty good so far. But it's a long ways to go. But you see, it is going through the map pretty good so far. But long ways to go. This map is huge. But it'd be cool, like, to kind of wrap it around and kind of tie it in back here and even come back around. Oh yeah, look. This thing right here is funny. My artwork. I don't know if you saw this either, Matsy. This is my artwork. It's been hanging here for a bit. I think Keith even saw me do this, maybe. Or maybe I sent him a picture of it. I think that's what it was. But I was towing ollies around with stones that I filled up to. And I just tried to jump it off of this thing here, my little tower thing. I've been messing around with the monster truck, but it had so much weight in these trailers, it just got pinned up here. I thought it was so freaking funny. I totally just left it because it won't back down, you know, because all the weight is just pinched back and forth on the tires of these trailers. So it is just I'm gonna leave it up here. If I said if I want this tractor again, I'll just buy another one. How do I still have the Farmer Cop? I made a Farmer Cop one and I was like driving it all over the place. But yeah, the monster truck's fun, right? And I also have a go-kart from Keith too, this one. This thing's fast. A little bit too fast. I've had this one for a long time. Where are we at here? Oh, okay, right there. Like that little tower thing's over here, but this thing is way too fast. We're so good. I got this from Keith like 3 years ago or more, 4 years ago maybe. Where's that tower at? Oh, I'll get back to work in a second. Where are we at? All the way on this side? Yeah, this thing is way too fast. It's almost hard to drive. Like that. Oh, I saw it. There it is over there. Oh, let me get out of flight mode real quick. That'll probably help. Pretty sure I saw it. There's this other one right here too. Come on, get off of that freaking tree. Only tree over here. I'm stuck on it. What's up, Cane's Blood? How you doing? Yeah, the other tower's right here. Yeah, this thing goes 186 miles an hour. I'm not sure what it's going to do off of this, or even if I could even keep it lined up to hit off of here, but let's see. Land it. Oh, almost. That wasn't too bad. But we gotta get some monster trucks going pretty soon. We need to do some stupid stuff pretty soon. I'll actually just leave this over here. We'll play with it later. Yeah, this too is pretty fun. I just love the way it sounds. Even the dash, like inside and stuff, this thing's tight. Alright, back to work. Yeah, it's been pretty fun. Like I say, everything, most of you guys know, everything that's been like moved off of this map, I've done it all by the scoop of a bucket. Loaded out here, loaded up with the 950. I've already sold 2 million liters of stones just tonight already. Already over 100 scoops tonight without even blinking an eye. And then now that I'm over here, I'll probably start just going. Oh, actually, I wanted to start digging out more along that edge, huh? What I was doing. Because I kind of got this grade back down to like where I wanted, so what I was actually doing was digging this area out right here, right? That way I can scoot back out of here. I wish that little thing didn't pop up every time I go to scoop. I can tell when it's not dumping. It doesn't have to tell me every single time. It's kind of laggy today a little bit. It's also weird too because I switched to Twitch, I switched back and forth to Twitch now, right? But like the bit rate over there, I've been running at 6,000. I don't want it like really any higher. I might even lower it on that side. But I was running my YouTube before that at 9,000, which was a really good setting for the YouTube side for me. But now my Streamlabs for some reason won't let me switch it back to anything over 6,000. Which I thought about maybe dropping it down on Twitch to like a 5,000. Maybe a little bit lower on Twitch. I think maybe that's why it was kind of being weird yesterday. But how is tonight looking? Is tonight looking okay? Is it being laggy? Or is it looking okay? The game to me feels a little laggy, but that's more on my end. Just trying to fill up like most of this area. Usually I could dump on right and left of me, but since we're like just on one side of the river right now, it's hard to dump on their side. I usually try to fill up all the areas close to me. Still need to get a little bit more. We're almost there though on this little part. I just try to fill in as much as I can with the stone before I have to move. I kind of try to do like the most work I can with the machine before I have to move it all. Coaching a redneck stream on both at the same time. It's funny. Oh, looks good. Thanks, buddy, for letting me know. I feel like when I swing over this area, the gravel right now is like kind of laggy. Yeah, I probably can there, Matsy. I want to see it anyway, so yeah, I probably can. I'm not going super long tonight anyways. Just like normal time, pretty much. I started late because I worked up like about 12 hours today. And we man, like I said, I got a long one tomorrow too. We gotta figure out tomorrow time. I don't want to be too late for you guys either, you know. I know you guys have to work. Well, I know you have lives. I know that you have to work at least. Colville does the Colville thing, you know, but I don't want it too late for him either. Even though he probably stays up until 4 a.m. every day anyways, huh? Go live so you can see it too. But I want to record it though. I could do it live, but I really just record it. That way I have something recorded to at least try to end off like the, you know, the bit I did record, because I still kind of, my ending kind of got ruined because I was going to end by harvesting my sugar beets. Like, I appreciate the guys harvesting my sugar beets for me, but there was plenty of other stuff on that map that they could have been doing besides harvesting my fields. Because I was like 3/4 of the way through on what I had going on to finish off what I was working on my recording and harvesting and all that stuff. There's already been a progression that had to happen pretty quick that I didn't get to record, but now it's going to be like, well, that's all done, and now I got a mess to pick up. And if that happened to other parties, they wouldn't be too happy about it. Let's just say that. Unless he's just messing with me, which can totally be 100% possible too, because that's kind of how 4B is. Even before, when I thought something was going to be bad, it wasn't that bad either, because he just likes to kind of get me all worked up. Which is also funny too, but that could totally be it. But either way, I still wanted to harvest my sugar beets, or at least I finished recording harvesting my sugar beets. That's all. I already spent 14 hours of real time doing it. I wanted to at least finish out the last little bit. That's why I even saved what was there left. Does anybody run a chainsaw in real life? I got a question. I don't. I run all kinds of other saws, but not a chainsaw in real life. Might be able to ask Timbo or Watchdog. They might have got some experience. I'm sure Doc has a bit of experience. Oh yeah, Timbo, you can run a hatchet. That's funny. I'm surprised I didn't think about that. You said, except now that you brought it up, the can't perform this action here is annoying me. I know. Sorry, I brought it up because it annoys me too. I just gotta make sure I never jump over an area that's about full. It's only when I'm like filling up the pile, really. Like when it starts getting like anything up in this area, it starts like max out like up here, then I'll start saying that a lot. But when I'm like starting a pile like over here, it won't say it as much. About 4 hours. I don't know, chainsaw, you said they actually scare me? Oh yeah, chainsaws are no joke. But just like, you know, almost every saw is no joke. You gotta be comfortable and respect them, you know? The chainsaws are powerful. They could, they're definitely more powerful than a hatchet. We'd really be calling you nubbins then, right? I gotta get myself out of here before I... Actually, probably what I want to do, let me just scoot back up again right here. What I'm probably gonna do is load that gravel out of my area again, because I still have some digging to do to my left. Whoa, like right down there. just back this in like this. I'll have to move the machine, but it's alright. Yeah, peg lag. Oh man, that'd be crazy. You run a concrete saw quite a bit. Yeah, those aren't as like scary dangerous, but concrete saw can be dangerous too. Let me get moved here a little bit. All right, gotta fill up this truck again. This pile though, I thought I was more backed up than that. You've used one a lot, but I don't know anything to tell you. Yeah, be careful. I ran one a couple times, but I don't know enough to tell you anything either. So you're thinking about getting a bigger chainsaw for cutting trees. That's funny. So you know more about chainsaws than I do. I'll tell you about a table saw, or chop saw, or panel saw, or any other kind of saw like that. Any kind of like shop saw, any kind of saw. I can tell you a lot about that kind of stuff. Band saws and joiners and planers and drum sanders and CNC machines. Any of that kind of stuff. I can tell you a lot about that. But I can't tell you anything about chainsaws. You ask me any kind of shop related question. If it has to do with like building stuff in a shop, I know a thing or two about a thing or two. Yeah, steel's a good name for anything. Yeah, that's really big here in Oregon. There's a lot of good chainsaw blades and different stuff like that that are made here in Oregon, up in the Northwest. At least we don't have to see that stupid can't dump anywhere, or can't dump here, or whatever thing, popping up while I'm loading, right? Some people ask me too why I don't use a wheel loader to load. You ever see a wheel loader loading trucks on like Gold Rush? You see them load the wash plant all carefully and such, but you don't ever see them loading truck. Wheel loader's way slow compared to a machine like this loading. This is the unrealistic like weight of this one. You know, it's a little bit heavier than a realistic bucket, but either way, you can move so much rock. You can move so much more stuff with you know, especially like 950. It's a big bucket. They're still big wheel loaders, but they're slow. You know, you can't get scooping as much, so you always do a lot. And I even tried doing like conveyor belts loading, and actually the conveyor belt for some reason drops right through this trailer, which I think this trailer is by Pierce Mods. I think who did this Cobra end dump, I believe it's called. But the gravel drops straight through the trailer, which is kind of stupid coming from the conveyor, which is FS Minor conveyor belt, which I love it. It's a really nice conveyor belt, but for some reason it dumps right through. But even though that's like conveyor, you have to move with the conveyors all the time, and if you're able to sit in one spot, or like I had to use the conveyors on that area, like right up there where the bridge goes across, just to get the material moved out of an area, because I was sitting in one spot moving so much overburden. So like to get the rock out of there, I had to use some conveyor belts. You guys probably saw some of that, you know, some of you guys. But yeah, it was a lot of stuff to move. So they're probably all made by the same company. Oh yeah, yeah. But there's like some well-crafted like chainsaw blades. I forget like Oregon something, or I forget what they're called, but they're really good saw blades for chainsaws. I'm just seeing it all around. I don't know a lot about chainsaws, but I've always seen that kind of stuff forever. Yeah, where's Doc? Is Doc still streaming, or is he done streaming? He streamed for a pretty long time, which worked out good because I wasn't going to be on until later. I almost wasn't even going to stream tonight. but I wanted to do some digging because I was last night, and then I saw him doing it too. It's funny. He said that he saw a mod on ModHub and got this idea, probably because he was watching me last night. And then I talked to Doc on like over the Discord, you know, call or whatever, for a while after that too. Yeah, he's dead. Well, he should get his ass over here. Maybe he's taking a break, but it's all good. Maybe he's lurking right now, and we don't even know. Seeing who's talking shit. Oh, he quit about 5 minutes after? Oh, okay. He got a pretty good stream, though. And that was the second one today. Yeah, he's just started doing one in the morning and one in the evening. Just want to get a little bit more of this stuff cleared out of here. What mod is that lets you, I think you meant dig up the ground for material? It's called Terraform. There's a couple different versions of it, but you can like look it up. So this is for FS22, by the way. They don't have it for 25. Not yet. Hopefully someday they do, because if they don't, it's going to be kind of stupid. Yeah, terraforming. Terraform or Terraform. I forget exactly which one it is. This is one of the older versions. There's other different versions of it, which are probably even better than this one. Oh, what up, Device? How you doing, bro? Oh, all your homies cut with the Husqvarnas? Yeah, those are pretty big up here too. Steel's like the biggest brand. So yeah, with this 950 here, it's not as nice as the 750. I love the 750 bucket because it lets me like scoop out just the right amount for like actually digging nice, because this big bucket just would take out just such a big chunk of ground. It would make it really uneven, so you get a nice little even dig when you're digging with the 750, and the machine just moves a little better. But with this one I have the collisions off, so I can't like hit the truck or anything, which makes nice for like if you, I usually don't hit the truck, but what I have it off for is normally if you have it on, which I think it's B. Oh, maybe that's not, I forgot to look at the control, but you can turn like on and off the collision. And not having the collision lets you like kind of, because you know how like it's like jagged when you're trying to pick up rock and stuff. When you have this machine that has the collisions off, it allows you to kind of go under the ground a little bit and kind of, or even like through the gravel when you're scooping it, and it makes like the motion of it a lot smoother, because it wouldn't be like chunky and really clunky like when you're like in real life, you know. Like it would be a little bit there, but you'd be able to like scoop the ground without your machine going like too crazy. A little bit rougher than that. Allows you to pick up like stuff off the ground a lot nicer. That's probably enough removed right now. I'm gonna start digging out some more here. I just had a little bit more digging to do before I move this machine out. And I gotta have room to put my gravel, right? Yeah, starting some gold productions on here, let me tell you. Like, I thought about just only ever making money just by selling gravel, which is all I've done the whole time from everything I bought, all the equipment and stuff, you know. Land and everything's all just been bought from selling gravel. I bought the first plot, you know, and everything from there kind of worked out from. But I wouldn't mind just kind of messing with like the gold productions again on this map because it's so fun. Hey, there's Doc. What's up, buddy? No, you're definitely the homie, Doc. I ain't no homie. Device just likes me better, that's all. I'm not sure. Terra Farm, I don't think, is by FS Miner. The equipment here is FS Miners, but I think that Terra Farm mod, I forget who did it, to be honest. But I don't think it was FS Miner. Hey, there's a link for Doc there. Let's go ahead and pin that. But that link on top, there's my Twitch. So if anybody wants to go over and check out my Twitch, yeah, it's Twitch TV/Oregon Trees. So you can go check me out over there. Just started. We'll be doing some more stuff over there, some of the in-between games and such. Let's go ahead and pin Doc's link here. Bafo log. He just got done streaming a little bit ago. Pretty much doing the same stuff I'm doing right now. But yeah, check him out. All fun stuff over there. Let's pin that. They'll let me. There you go. There's his link there on top. It's funny, Doc, were you drinking these same like iced drinks like that I've been drinking? I heard you say something about that. Oh, Rabbit Rob, what's up, bro? Member for 3 months. How's it going, buddy? We were just talking about you a couple days ago. Maybe that was just yesterday, right? Was that yesterday, Watchdog? We were just talking about Rabbit Rob yesterday, weren't we? That's funny because even before that, Colbo and I were just talking about you a couple days ago too. I hope you're doing well, buddy. Appreciate the support. Yeah, we all got to get together and do something soon. Hey, what's up, Scooter? How you doing, buddy? Got a bunch of you guys here today. Yeah, speaking of Colbo, we'll be back on Riverview Challenge tomorrow with Colbo and Matsy. Make sure you check us out over there as well. The old Scooty Pooty. Yeah, Scooter comes around all the time these days, huh, Scooter? Yeah, always blame Rabbit Rob for sure, definitely. I still blame you for all kinds of stuff, Rob. They'll never get old. We're always gonna do that. I don't like how this little bit of gravel's right behind my track share. I'm actually gonna get rid of that real quick. When are you gonna be streaming again, Rob? Rabbit Rob. Gotta get you back on in the FS stuff. I think a little wider here. I'm gonna go kind of out. I'm actually gonna paint kind of what I want to do here a little bit better. Doesn't matter the texture, just like want to come out a little bit more here, but right here I kind of want to eventually kind of get this, even this whole area where I'm at now. Probably. I just had to like take a couple like kind of chunks at it here. Yeah, like this whole area where I'm at, maybe even back into this gravel here more. I'll just kind of draw it in, screw it, we'll get rid of that gravel too. I know it's a little bit of money lost, but I kind of want to get all that dug out all the way back and maybe even a little bit more. This whole kind of area all the way through here. And I think I want to make that turn kind of come through here like that. So I'll like widen out like that probably. Yeah, this whole area in here is where we're digging. That's usually I mark it out, something like that. Oh, I just got marks all over the place. Yeah, this whole stretch in here will get dug out and kind of, redone. Landscape. There'll be like trees and stuff all across this. I'll probably do another bridge, even right here too. If you want to go up and through that way, you can go that way through the forest and stuff, but all that stuff. You got everything unpacked, and you just need to arrange your office, gaming room a little more, and you'll be on your PC more. Oh, heck yeah, buddy. Yeah, it's tight. Herpes mainly is what he blames you for. That's funny. You know it, though. You know it's true. You know it's true. Checks out. Probably want to back up off this ledge before I fall in. Did I even get that gravel behind me like I was planning to do there? Yeah, I do actually have to come back, and we'll just keep going. Then I'll like work one more layer back again. But I pretty much have to dig out right here below me now. And then once I move the gravel out of this area, I'll come back and widen out, you know, for the third pass. That's just kind of how it goes in some of these areas. There's so much, like, overburden is what they call it, right? To get down to the layer you're looking for. Down to that pay dirt. And, like, the depth of water I'm going is about one bucket, about the knuckle of the boom there to get the depth I want. Oh, now I'm gonna bury the 950 now. Huh? Probably have to come back at this again because there's a lot of material out here still that I have to get. I'm just gonna start piling up out here, then we'll just start filling up the truck again. Kind of how it goes, just back and forth. This is the type of situation where like a conveyor would be useful because I'm actually sitting in one spot moving enough, but most of the time we're kind of on the move. But when you get to a spot where you have a lot of material to move out, then it's a good spot to like sit up and put one up, you know? So there's a couple spots, you know, where I might do something like that. But I'll have to find a different trailer because like I said, that the gravel goes right through that trailer for some reason. From the conveyor, it doesn't do it from anything else. I might even come back to right here too. I'm going to jump over here. I'm going to start digging out some more of this side a little bit. Oh, heck yeah, Watchdog. There's Rabid Rob's link. You guys go check out Rabid Rob if you haven't already. Show him some love. One of the original founders of the FS crew. Appreciate that, Watchdog. Yeah, I'd even call him the Scooty Pooty. Not this time. I think it's funny that Colby calls you furniture. Like, man, my furniture is always talking. Colby's funny. Yeah, Rob, Colby and Trucker Matty and I have been doing a challenge on Riverview. We're on there tomorrow. We've been there on Fridays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays mostly. This will be a little bit different just because it's going to be Easter Sunday and whatever, but yeah, it's been fun doing that. Yeah, we need to get on there and do some FS logging crew pretty soon, because I also have FS logging. We have an FS logging crew now. But we haven't done any FS logging crew for a while. I know we've been like trucking and stuff together, but we gotta get back there on Hallmark Red and all get on there again like we were doing. It's fun to switch it up though, you know. We were doing so much logging all the time. Oh, I'll end up down there in a drink. Probably help if I spin my tracks around here a little bit. Face the right way. Oh, Frosty started that? Oh, that's funny. I didn't know he was the one that first started calling him that. Oh, yeah, I know. Yeah, you missed that, right? Yeah, they're funny. Watch Dog's funny. Rob's funny too, but you know, Watchdog always says all kinds of stuff. We're a little bit worse on Twitch though, aren't we, Watchdog, right? You said I was gonna slip up and you said I was gonna start cussing a whole bunch on the YouTube side. I said I can start it off. Yeah, he does have names for everybody, huh? all the regulars anyways. Oh yeah, they're definitely gonna last forever. Something he can remember me by, you know. You know, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas unless it's herpes and that's coming back with you. Like a souvenir. That's why the Twitch side's fun. I don't have access to this land. What do you mean? All right, I guess we're buying some more land. Buy some more damn land. If I could push the right button, that'd be sweet. All right, where are we at? Where are we digging? We're like right here. I don't own that one yet. Why not? I guess I don't. Guess I'll buy this one too real quick. Because that's the way we're going next after that. The gift that keeps on giving. Just think about if you're making a map, this is how you have to do it. You have to terraform the whole thing by hand when you're making a map. Probably how it feels after you get a whole map built, right? But it'd be so much work if you actually had to, like, move the ground to make the map. And that you kind of have to, right? But not with the machine, you know? So gotta get my right depth. About 1 bucket deep. A little bit deeper there. I was hoping this area was gonna kind of be like a little bit more like gradual down like this kind of an angle, not so sharp as it goes down now. We'll see how that goes. I might just have this area kind of like this, and then when we get around the next corner, like up around there, as we make that bend around to the right, maybe right there it'd be kind of wider like that other kind of fishing spot, you know? Yeah, I'll start filling the truck again in just a minute. This whole area is gonna be like a lot of material having to get removed. Probably about half full on the trailer already too. Still some under my traction right here. Just a little tiny little bit will make this machine kind of, I don't know, it doesn't like those little bits of gravel like that. And it's always trying to line up, like I say all the time, but try to line up the bed of the truck so when you're laying down the gravel or whatever it is, you're just dropping it right like that. A lot better than going sideways. Just got like a big run, you can just run up and a lot bigger target to hit, you know, if you're going that way. Especially if you can turn, you're already like lined up with it, you know, and all you're doing is dropping the gravel down. Oh, that was a little deep into the ground there. I try to, like, I know it has like the no collisions, but I usually try to get it like about where I want it to be anyways, because that's how you would have to do it in real life if you're trying to scoop. So I usually don't like going like down into the ground too far. Again, I do it a little bit because scooping the stuff off the ground is kind of tough to get if you're not going just below it. If that makes sense. So I usually go like, you know, a foot below the ground. But I usually don't try to like bury it way into the ground like that or something, you know, because it doesn't make sense. I usually try to get like right where I'm trying to scoop. It actually probably fit a whole bunch of this pile in here. I don't even know if it'll fill up. A pretty good amount of material here, but this trailer takes a lot to fill. See, I might even actually get... Forgot that tree was right there. Want to get like a little bit more towards this pile, I think, and then back the truck up some more. It's not too bad. I'll clear out this whole area underneath under my tracks here, then I'll scoot up on it. Back the truck up right to me here. Yeah, and we're actually 89% full already too. This would be the third load tonight that I've done already, which means 3 million liters already moved with stones. That's a lot. And like how Doc was saying that when you reach down and like touch it, you know, like, let's see if I get in the right spot. If you like reach down and like just put your force down like that, how it fills up, that's definitely not realistic. Like, I get that. It's just game physics, you know. Which actually, when you're like terraforming, that actually kind of helps. You can like be really soft with it. Like if you're trying to like just like scrape the ground and move, especially in the 750 when you're actually digging. You can like kind of go real soft and kind of level out the ground, and you can also like fill, make it backfill, and it also like take scoops and use it to like smooth the ground. Yeah, it's already full, huh? Okay. Guess we're gonna go dump the truck real quick. Yeah, this will make 3 million liters dump tonight. Yeah, eventually it's gonna be another road that kind of comes through. It's gonna be a bridge and trees and rocks, and just like on that side over there, it's gonna go through this area here, and then kind of tie back in with like probably right through here, back into this road this way. This is kind of how it'll tie you back in. There'll be roads all around, so you don't have to just go through the bridge area. You can go out and around, you know, go whichever way you want. Oh, that's your guess? Watch. It's almost the same every time because it's the same amount of weight, so it's pretty close. I think it's closer to 86,599 or whatever it was last time. And I gotta get on to some more forestry, right? What I did last night, that 2 loads, 'cause I was on Legion Hills, I was doing forestry first, and I'm like, you know, let's jump on and do some digging. So I think I did like, what, 2 hours of logging, 1 hour digging last night or something. 80, it was 85,666. That Kansas could have got that one. He likes his sixes. Oh, yeah, that's where I had that. Oh, come on, that's not even hitting. This truck and trailer combo is so funny too, because like this thing will get like, it'll start drifting around for me, you know? Like this truck is like way overpowered for this trailer, but this trailer can, I think it goes up to like 3 or 4 million liters, which I did have before, but just so unrealistic having that many scoops go into one thing. So I was like, you know, 1 million's fine. It's very unrealistic still, about 10 times, right? But yeah, I figured like, why not just kind of have fun a little bit and be unrealistic. But I didn't want to put, you know, 150 scoops into one trailer. It's kind of weird. But you can easily like take it to the shop and change capacity on it, you know, if you ever wanted to. Yeah, I have enough room over there where I could probably start digging again, actually. Get us some more gravel piled up here. Oh, you forgot how much it was? That's right, you'll remember next time, probably. Maybe not. It is you I'm talking to, right? Watchdog remembers to show up, but he doesn't remember where he is most of the time. I figured you'd agree with that. You'll forget you did in about 5 minutes anyway, so it's fine. Must be nice to forget stuff. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of material to remove out of this turn right here, which I like. I like kind of digging down deep. That's why Doc had the idea of like going up on the hill and digging into the hill, making like a quarry. I thought that was kind of a cool idea. I've just always been kind of down water table just because I'm making a river, you know. If you're way up in the mountain trying to make a river, it would definitely be something. Be a lot. I wonder, it'd be fun to try and dig way down though to get to the water from way up there. I thought about that before, but the idea of like a quarry would be tight. I wish you were able to like dig more vertical into the ground without it like deforming the top so much, you know, because you'd really have to do it in layers. Like if you're doing, because like when you go and you scoop way out down here, it also changes like way up here on top too, which is kind of weird. You know, typical farm sim ground. But if you're really able to like take scoops out of the ground and not have it change too much around it, you know, it'd be kind of tight. I think if he does like small enough layer, like, you know, tier steps all the way down with the roads going around, it has it wide enough, I think that'd be a pretty cool way to do it. On that, what was that, Agranopolis map, that Brazilian map I played on back in, what, 19? That one had a really cool quarry on it. Yeah, that map was tight to me. It had so many unique things. All the sell points and the train and like the harbor, and, very Brazilian and kind of rugged and kind of red dirt roads, and all the fields were really tough to get to, but didn't have like hedges and fences all over. I had some fences. The farmyard was super tight. That map was tight. I think that was by Agro Mods and somebody else. Yeah, Agranopolis, that was tight. Change your picture. Timbo, go to bed. Oh, you said Timbo, go to bed? Oh, yeah, maybe he fell asleep. We put him right to sleep. Or he's over there on Doc's OnlyFans. Probably more like it. You know, Timbo's back to work though, you know? He gets tired easy. Which I'm tired too, like, man, like, when I stood up right before the stream to go just like, you know, fill up on chocolate milk and whatnot, I was like, man, my legs and stuff are sore. I worked pretty hard today, doing like these glass vitrines I'm working on. I'll try to remember to like share some pictures on, they'll probably be on the FS Crew side on my Oregon Tree side. Maybe I'll post it on both FS Crew and FS Logger. I think on my FS Crew side though, I have Oregon like shop pictures. That's usually where I'd post a lot of that stuff. Yeah, I just got done. Yesterday I got done with the ones for Nike, and then now I'm working on all the ones for the Las Vegas store. I got like 2 of the main big ones done today. I just got these other ones to do. See ya, poor Timbo. So were you bubbling tonight as well? Oh yeah, I was, but not on, not like, you know who does. I don't do that as much on the mic, you know. I do that off camera, off mic. You know, I don't know, not everybody wants to hear that, so that's why I don't do it. Trying to be respectful of one's ears, you know, especially on like, you know, my Farm Sim YouTube side. I've always tried to keep it pretty family friendly. About time to get some gravel out of here again. Oh. Oh, I didn't mean to scoop that yet. Because I'm doing one side and digging deep, it fills up quick. See, I'm probably just going to remove this tree out of here. Just because it is right in my way. That's funny, look at my saw's a Husqvarna, right? An old school one. I love the way the tree cutting is on 19. Or, sorry, on 22. 19 wasn't too bad either, but this saw is pretty dope because it's like an old school one. Oh, you out of here? I didn't even know you were here. Nah, you're probably tired now, huh? All that streaming, all that big boy streaming you were doing today. I'll probably just like clean that pile up right there and get some of this stuff moved real quick. If you're out here though, Doc, you have a good night, buddy. Make sure you guys check out Doc. His oh no, that's actually Rob's link up there now, right? But yeah, FAFO, log in, check out Doc. I'm sure he'll be streaming tomorrow as well. Early and in the evening, probably, most likely. Chocolate milk's a dead giveaway. Oh, I know, that's why we started calling it that. I was doing the bubbling, but I wasn't doing it on the mic. I wasn't doing it inside the microphone. Got your bong all mic'd up, right? Like a drum set. Oh, let me actually, I don't know why I got right there. Because what I actually want to do is, I just want to line right up, not like that. I want to line it up right to like the center of the machine. That way when you turn, you're looking right in. All right, there should be fine. Probably even get it. I'm gonna move it one more time to get it a bit closer. Kind of just right up on top of where this bush is. Can I remove that? Oh, I didn't mean to do that. That before I'd be able to get rid of that bush. It's all good. I'll just park on top of it. But yeah, if I get a bit closer to it here, I don't have to turn the machine as far. Maybe something like that. The bush is in the trailer. No big deal. We're gonna bury it. Just making some more room. It shouldn't take too long. I just want to make a little bit here. Oh, you missed Doc. You had to take the dog out. That's funny. Had to take the dock out. I watch all kinds of videos and stuff, like people like operating excavators, even like giant like mine site ones and stuff. I just thought it'd be a pretty fun job. Or a crane operator, I thought about doing that too, be kind of tight. It's like with that too, you need like a lot of hand-eye coordination from far away, and I always feel like I'd be pretty good at that kind of stuff. I need to like turn my tracks out of here and kind of clean up. It's weird too when you look down, you can kind of see like the animation of the tracks aren't too good in this one. If I usually look up above, I don't want to see where my tracks are. I know where they are down there, but it's kind of weird when you get out and look at it, the track is there, but sometimes when you look down at it, the tracks are gone off of the rollers. Kind of weird. Let me actually scoot up. I'm going to clean up right here, and I'm going to get the truck on the other side of me. This knob be turning around even less. Or I guess if I actually, I'm gonna sit right here again. I'll just clear out right here and then we'll keep filling up. I guess I probably should put the truck like right here though. That way I can fill up in front of me. Yeah, that's the FS Miner mod, FDR mod right here. The trailer's a Pierce Mods. What's up, Grab? How you doing, buddy? Pierce Mods made this trailer. It's kind of a cool one. High capacity. Yeah, both of the excavators are FS Miners. So yeah, I'll move a little bit more out of here, then we'll get back to digging again. And this will be what, our fourth load of gravel, right? So after this trailer's done, it'll be 4 million liters moved tonight. Pretty good amount of room right there. We'll just keep on digging for a bit. I do have a lot more to dig out right down below me here under my feet. At least I can reach down there from here, because if not, I have to like get like a different tier dug out to get down there. That's how I made that bridge and that road over there. I actually had to do like another drop down to get down deep enough with this machine to be able to get that out. I was gonna backfill it, and I'm like, you know what? I kind of like that road right there, the under the road part. It's kind of cool, so I left it. Yeah, pretty much had to work down a certain depth and then had to go down more, and then I was able to kind of keep on working like that, like a double tiered kind of deal. I can always go back through and deepen it more, because I'm going to pretty much, like that whole painted area, that gray, it goes right down through there. That's pretty much where I'll be digging out to. So where this gravel's sitting right now, all that's all getting dug out to. There's a lot actually to remove out of this whole area here. But I usually try to get it dug down like to the water level I want before moving to the next spot, as long as I can reach it, you know. And like scooping takes a little bit of practice too, because you can't easily like jam the machine down and get all into the ground, you know, if you're not careful. So just kind of learning what your bucket's doing, even if you can't fully see it down there, you know, just kind of knowing where your edge is and like digging in just enough to scoop enough gravel to where it doesn't like slam your machine around, you know. Because with this one, you could easily like, you know, with the bucket up like this, you can like lift your machine. You can like, there's collisions on this one, so like knowing what your stuff's doing, how much it takes to fill up. I guess it wasn't even a full scoop there, but knowing like the ground where you're digging in and stuff is pretty important. So like loading with the non-collision 950 there is like butter compared to actually digging, but like the digging part is like my favorite. That's what I was saying with this 10,000 liter bucket. It feels like a 20,000 Unreal. There's one of those too for this machine. it would take such big like gouges out, but with this one you can like, you know, you can like easily kind of go into the ground where you're not taking like a big chunk out. You're like kind of shaping the ground a lot more than you would if it was like an Unreal capacity. So like the 10,000 is pretty. I think it's a little bit unrealistic still, but you could take a nice chunk out. It wouldn't be just like a big wallop out of the ground, you know, because the unrealistic bucket would do twice as much of that in one time. It's like with this one, you can like shave the ground a little bit, you know. You don't have to go too deep with it, or that'd be like just a big dent in the ground if it was the bigger bucket. That's why I love the 750, and it's faster too. It's faster than the 950. The 950 just kind of, it's a little slower, a little bit clunkier. Big bucket on it though. Good for loading in the truck. Not as agile as the 750 is for moving around and shaping the ground. That's why I love the 750. Yeah, scoot it over because I can start putting, I can put a little bit more gravel here in the front. That way I get a little bit more of this edge dug out here still. But I pile it up for the 950 pretty quick in this, even though it's only half the size. And I think about that too. If I'm doing 43 and a half scoops for the full trailer, right? I'm doing like double that to get it full out of here. So, you know, I'm doing, you know, almost 150 scoops or so to get one full trailer load. And this will be the fourth one I've done tonight. Yeah, I do need to get some more room going here. So yeah, once again, that was pretty quick. It's weird, I'm sitting up kind of weird, but we'll just go ahead and we'll load sideways here for a second. Sitting sideways. I wish I had like a scoop counter on this machine. This only has 8.2 hours on it. It's really not even that much. Not like I'm running it the whole entire time, right? I'm only getting into it for a few minutes at a time, really. I'm all stuck up on this gravel. Something about having no collisions on your bucket. You can't like easily push down to get it yourself kind of freed up because you just go into the ground. It's the only thing you got to worry about if you don't have collisions on your boom in your bucket. What time can you do like can you do like 8 o'clock your time? Would that work? That way we get a couple hours in before it hits 10 your time, so 6 o'clock my time. That'd probably be like the earliest I can do it. I'd have to be pushing it, but that would give you guys a definite start time, you know. I'll keep you posted throughout the day on you know, how my day's looking or whatever too. But I think 6 o'clock my time is doable for me, or thereabout, you know. But if that time works for you guys, since it is like, you know, Wednesday work day. But I want to make sure it's not too late since you do have to work the next day too. That'd be fine. Not tight. Okay, cool. So yeah, plan on 8 o'clock your time. And after I finish up here, I'll jump over on Wasika and check that stuff out. I have been wanting to get on there, so not a big deal at all. Turn myself around again. Yeah, as long as I just make enough room right here for a new pile, we're all good. And we're probably like maybe 60% full on that trailer now too already. Yeah, you know, I have. I like your map a lot. I like what we're doing there. I know I've been able to keep up with all the recording stuff and all that, but I definitely still enjoy it. Definitely not going anywhere. I'm going to be making sugar and making some money and hopefully buying some more land. I would like to do like really big like corn harvest or something like that, or that's what I was kind of messing with, you know, the other new crop, you know, type of thing, or like talking about it. But I know it's not going to be for a while. But doing like a big time, you know, Minnesota corn harvest would be tight. Like millennial farmer, you know? Corn and soybeans. I like corn, just like the satisfaction of like harvesting the corn, or then you can do like dried corn and all the different stuff with that. Oh, if I have stuff, yeah, I'm not in a hurry to sell stuff yet, though. Really, it just depends on how much time I have on there tonight. But like, I'm definitely gonna get on there and check stuff out and do all that. See how much sugar I have to sell, you know. I'm not too worried about the productions on my property, but I definitely will be going to check out the production in town. It's kind of funny what Mr. Silly P was saying about the price tag on that town area, that peripheral area. You can say it should be free. Because your price tag's too high. I get his point, I guess, but you know, I like the fact that it's high. I mean, people will cheat money in to buy it if they want, you know, but that was kind of his point. But I think when it comes to making the map, you know, make it how you want it. If they want it, they'll have to cheat in enough money. Especially if they're on console and they want it, right? They'll have to cheat in some money. Put all the government subsidies down. Oh, okay. Gotcha. So you see how I kind of got on the right side here? I scooted way over. That way when I'm like loading gravel, I can start by putting the piles far out here. And then I'll keep on digging this area here as much as I can reach out this way, which I can still get a little bit more out of down there, I think, yeah. But I'll keep on working this area. Then once I get like this area where I'm dumping right here across this way full, that I'll scoot over, you know, to like here, and then do another row behind me, and then I'll scoot over to this side, and I'll do another row. So it's like where I can dump the gravel, since I'm only on the one side, because usually I'll be in the middle and I'll dump on both sides. As I scoot back, I usually try to work like far back as I can with the gravel, so I can, you know, kind of work an area without moving so much. Kind of makes my pile wider if I do that. And if I work it on this side too, like where I'm kind of forward, you know, like right now, if I like looking this way, I wouldn't be like dumping to the side of me here. I try to dump it also as far forward as I can to get it up out of my way more. So wherever I can reach that doesn't have gravel, I'll usually like reach out and dump it like way out in front of me so I can make a whole new pile way out there too. Like wherever I can get it towards the other machine. And some people also ask like why I don't just load it right in the truck from here. I just like being able to pile it like that, and then the 950 scoops it so fast, so I really don't care. But I could just have the truck right here and back it in and just be loading with this. But I like the process of having to scoop it off the ground again. Or like conveying it to somewhere else, you know, I've always liked that too. You're out of here, Scooter. You have a good night, buddy. He said, yeah, I have it that high so you don't touch it. It was either that or, oh, yeah, make it unbuyable. Yeah, I got you. No, I know. I remember you were talking about that. But if somebody does want it, they'll either like cheat the money in, or I guess you still have the option to buy it, which some maps you can't buy it. So I like the fact that if you really want it, you got to either work for it, right? I guess. Like, I guess really I can just make it unbuyable, right? If you don't want anybody to mess with it. I'll probably just get enough for to fill up this last trailer. We'll go take it in, and probably be about the end of the stream tonight, really. A couple hours in. I am tired from working all day, too, by the way. But I thought it was fun to get on here and do some digging tonight. I'll keep this map going, too. It's funny, because I didn't really get back into this map so much, because I thought 22 was going to be... I pretty much thought since the new game was coming out, we'd be done with 22, but the fact that there's not this stuff on 25 yet, this is what keeps me coming back to 22, is the fact that... you know, I like some of the logging more on 22, and I like terraforming. If I was able to do this on 25, I wouldn't be on 22, really. Ever again. That was weird. I just heard like a freaking werewolf. Was that in the song, maybe? Maybe that was in the map, right? Kind of weird. Yeah, after I get this area filled up right here, it's probably enough to fill the trailer. As long as I keep pulling full scoops out of there. Just about got a good pile there. See if I can reach out and get this little edge right there. There we go. Almost out of my reach. I kind of had to scoot off the edge there just a little bit. Yeah, so much more gravel to get out around this corner here. A lot. And then once we get around the corner, just over, like right over there around the corner, I think it's about 3 or 4 feet higher even. It's probably about, it's about how tall it is right there. It's about that much, it's about this much higher over there than it is right here. That's about how tall, because from here, you know, if this is ground level, right, we reach out, and like eye level is where you're looking. Eye level in the cab is at, like the horizon. So when you're putting your bucket like right on the horizon, that's about the ground distance from here to out there where you're looking. At least where it's sitting in cab, because you're right. You go right around the, especially if you're at like the water level. Because we're kind of sitting up at an angle here, so it kind of changes. But you know, like I was saying, like last night, Watchdog. Like some of you guys noticed already, but when you're like sitting somewhere flat and you're like going like in a flat direction, and you're like, you know, that when you're looking out, like say, you know, like say you're like go from this area right here, right, and you're like, but your teeth are right on the line there. When you go this way and you turn, you know, it's like that much, it's that much deeper, you know, from here to there, deep, like much more. You can tell like the ground kind of changes, you know. And then like especially from here, you know, like where your ground is out there, all that level out there is about like the same level, but once you start making that turn, it starts to like go up again. It's like there's gonna be more gravel, more stuff to move on the other side. Let's go ahead and get this filled up. Actually, not even sure how full the truck is. Why did it say the action could not be performed here? What was I doing? Not sure why it said that. This is how I'm gonna have to move sugar beets, huh? Like this. Yeah, you gotta use this to move the snow on that map, right? That's kind of cool. You guys going around the plowing the roads to like the town and stuff. I definitely know how the snow gets on that map for sure. It's like 4 feet deep. Oh, now it's full. I think that didn't take very long to fill that up again. Another 1 million liters. So this will make 4 million liters move tonight already. So imagine how many I've moved to make the whole river, you know? Because all that was all, you know, all this stuff was all carved out. Some of this stuff was a lot less, but when you got up into like the deeper ground, there's a lot of material going that way, up into that area. Like the whole thing has just been, see the area we're working now, it's that area's not even that big compared to some of these areas that I've moved. So like overall, like I've done lots of loads to get all the money. A lot of material moved. It's fun though. It's the whole purpose of this. I was pretty much just trying to see if I can pay for everything by just digging up the stones, like digging up the map and selling the map back to itself and getting the money. I also, like back in the day, said I wonder how much the whole map's worth in stones. Like if you like kept digging as far as you could dig, like down to like an island left, you know. Like there's a lot of money up in them hills, because you can dig down into the water, you know. So you gotta dig like the whole mountain down, like in layers, right? You keep working all down. And then you're down to the water, then you gotta go below the water to dig down there. So as much stones as you could get out before, like, you know, it tells you no more. I always thought that'd be kind of fun too, digging everything out until you can't dig anymore. You're on this one little piece of land before you're in the water. See how much money you get from all that. That can be kind of tight. But there's another $85,666 in the bank. And that's gonna be it for tonight. That's the end of this one. Just under 2 hours tonight, but appreciate you guys all being here. Make sure you guys check me out over on Twitch. It's Oregon Trees over on Twitch now as well. If you haven't followed over there, that'd be awesome if you did. But yeah, I'll be over with Matthew and Cobble tomorrow on the Riverview Challenge, and yeah, lots of fun stuff coming up throughout the week. So stay tuned, and I'll talk to you.